What's going on, guys? Well, it's a late night video with Easy Boy, and I just did a video last night that we uploaded where I got the LC80 back going again. I put the V2 motor 2100 kV in there, went over the gearbox differences on the V1 and the V2, stuff like that. Now, it was a long video, so I don't want to bore you with all that again, but the video was so long that at the beginning I mentioned maybe playing some clips using my tow truck and the winch to lift this truck in the air, and it was just too long. I never threw that on there. So I was checking them clips out, and they really weren't that good a clip anyway, because what I did was hook a chain to the bumper, and then over here I got my tow truck up top. We hooked it to the bumper and drug it over there and then lifted it, no problem. But then once I got it lifted, we only got the bumper about that high, and it was about as tall as I can go. So I was like, oh, that's good, you know, and it was cool and all, but I just realized we barely lifted the truck, actually. We drug it over there, lifted the front end, and as soon as we actually had it off the ground, we were basically done. So what I want to do, I came up with another way, excuse me, I came up with a better way to hook the winch and some attachments to the truck so we can actually lift the truck like that, just regular. And then we can maybe lift it, you know, a foot in the air or something, just for fun. But the reason I'm doing that is really to show just how much this little device can save on burning your winch out if you're just, you know, actually just having fun doing some scale stuff and you're not trying to be in a hurry or nothing. Now, if you're in a comp, don't use that, just use the winch and it goes twice as fast. But now, if you're just having fun and you don't want to burn your winch out by using this, again, it's twice as slow, but it also has twice the pulling power and torque, or whatever you call it. So it will make this truck feel like it's half the weight when you lift it. At least that's what it's designed to do, and in most scenarios that's how they work. So we're going to find out. I'm going to lift it both ways, with and without it. So let me fire up this bad boy. I think I plugged the battery in this thing and left it. I hate doing that, but yeah, I did. This one's bad machine, I'm going to tell you that right now. So anyway, there's that. And look at this 2100 kV. I mean, I was thinking, since I bumped the gear size up bigger as well, that it wasn't going to be so smooth. I love the scaleness. I like turning the steering slow. I'm learning to try to do that in my videos more, to make it look more realistic. Sorry for all the light, but it's just cool. These things have such smooth control, these Outrunners. Now, I love my Hobby Wing Fusions and stuff, but the SE is just, you can tune them, I heard, to make them a lot more finicky, but I don't know, they're kind of delicate the way you have to mess with them, or they're hauling ass on you. This one, you have to get into it to make it go fast, so it's not delicate at all. I mean, it's really smooth. I love it. So I know I'm wasting a lot of time, but I just enjoy it. I like watching that FOC stuff work too. I was going to slow it down to the slowest speed, and I guess I was about there. Probably right there. But nice and smooth. Anyway, you get the point. Them tires do pretty dang good since I put the 3D printed foam inserts in there instead of them hard dual stage foams I had. These are the knockoff Mickey Thompson Pro X or whatever they're called, Baja X something. So now that I wasted all that time, let me hook up this winch. Alright, y'all. We got some lanyards hooked under the car. And they kind of loop around the center to where we can sort of hold it level-ish. So, now, what we got to do is we got to get this tow truck over here and get her going. I can run the winch without it turned on, as long as it's plugged in. But the car won't have any kind of drag brake holding it. And this one actually has pretty good drag brake. So, I'm not going to go all the way to the edge, as long as the back's clearing the edge. There we go. I do need it out there a little bit. So now, let me come up with a way to get a hold of this at the same time. Unplug it. There we go. Get back up there. Now the battery could die on this because I forgot to unplug it last night. The truck itself don't really drain the battery, but the winch will. When you leave these plugged in, some of them, they just draw a little bit of power. So now I guess I shouldn't have went that far because I think we will try it by itself first. Let me set this right here and see if I can't get it sort of, at least get something started here. So maybe I'll just go hook to hook the first time around and see if that will hold or not. I know it can lift it, but I want to just see how much of this could get interesting. So now, alright, now here's the setup again. The one thing I'm more worried about, because I've done this a little bit yesterday, I know it can kind of hold up there without popping a wheelie too much or anything. I kind of just hope this aluminum is that strong. It's meant for pulling straight back, not pulling straight down. So we're going to try to be easy on it. This could go wrong in many ways. This is not a light truck, I'm going to tell you that now. It has weighted wheels, everything. Okay, let me pull the car forward a little more. There we go. She's straining, but we got her going up. Trying to get a shot of all of it here in case something happens, but so we got the whole car in the air, but it don't sound that happy. But there, that makes me feel a little better about the video. And it's holding pretty good. That's a $20 Amazon setup with this awesome controller. That's what I like about it. And it's just tied into the same 2S battery that's on there. So now, it could have lifted it all the way up. I just didn't want to go wearing it out because I want to test this other little device a lot more than doing that. So, let me get that off there. Keep forgetting, you gotta hold it at the same time just in order to pull some slack here. So in order to run this, you gotta have double the string. That's why it ends up taking twice as long to pull in, because you're pulling in two at once. You'll see what I mean in a minute, for those who don't already know. So alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this hook. We're coming all the way back up to the tow truck now because we have a hook for a place for it to hook right here. Probably better to go from the bottom up. Let me see. There we go. Oops. Oh, I got a battery dying back there. I just used it. Oh, I don't drive the truck every so often. Oh, my other controller's on. Sorry. My bad. Okay, now we're going to hook up this block and tackle or snatch block, whatever you call these, right? So you see how this rope's going around my finger right now? So when I extend it out and pull my finger down, you see how it's kind of going around it? Well, that's exactly what we're doing with this little device here. If you see it, it's got a pulley on the inside. You just hook it to there. You pull that back around right here. And now, let me bring this back up some. It's got a pulley inside there. And you can see it's moving really slow. Here's this, oh, here we go. All we got to do, if we can even see what I'm doing, is hook this hook to there. I'm going to get in here and show you how this all works in a minute, which you already seen it on my finger, but now then. So, again, that pulley in there just sandwiches around the rope, hooks to the hook. It's pretty cool how it works. If it would focus, it'd be even cooler, wouldn't it? And when you go up, it just rolls it. Now, the reason it gives you more power is because of that, but also the reason it takes twice as long to come up is now we're bringing two ropes up at the same time almost, the way it works. So, in case you didn't want to see all that stuff, I would start over, but that's alright. Let's see just how slow it is. But yet, I'm not hearing that strain either. I'm listening for it. I know you can't hear it, but definitely less strain. Not bad at all. I'm afraid it's going to pop a wheelie though. That's pretty nice. Alright. Yeah. I love it. Stuff like that, it's just fun. And that $20 winch, now I'm not going to push my luck with it, or not with the winch, but with this thing either. But what I was going to say though, a $20 winch, this is probably the third or fourth one I've had, and I have burned one up. Well, the gear stripped. It didn't burn up, it still works, the motor does, but the gear stripped out on one. I have another one on my CJ7 over there, the axial. I did have one on my high trail, but now I got this double motor winch. I wonder if it does better. Should we test out another winch? I don't know if there's battery in that truck or not. Anyway, I don't know, maybe another time. It's too late for that shit. It's probably after 1 in the morning. But these work so good. You just run your line out, and then before you hook your hook to them, obviously, that's the only thing that holds them together is that. You just do that and lift it right off there. So cool in real life. So now, we need to get that reeled in. I love my tow truck, to be honest. It's one of my favorite builds. And one of the best parts about it, I think, is the fact that it's a cheap vehicle. I mean, the Atlas is very reasonable priced. And it's a very good truck. I mean, $250. I think there's a sale going on right now too, but so anyway, we got this nice little motor set up now. Now I was gonna see if I can get my new remote to program to that, but The remote's a Fly Sky, and it works with all my stock rigs because they have Fly Sky ready to runs in them. That Red Cat, I hit the bind on the remote, nothing happened, but I don't know. You might actually have to push a button on the receiver to bind them Red Cat receivers. I don't know. Some you do, some you don't. You know what I mean? The reset or the bind button on it instead of it being automatic. So if that's the case, I'm still going to try again, but I don't know for sure if I can bind that Red Cat receiver to that Fly Sky remote. So anyhow, we will do a winch test with the high trail winch in another video. So anyway, guys, now there was a bunch more nonsense rambling I was doing, and I decided I'm just gonna keep this video short, do the little winch playing around there, and that's it. So I think we're gonna wrap it up. I'm getting tired anyway. Now stay tuned for a future talk and thought about trying to put this 2-speed transmission into a vehicle that does not have a 2-speed transmission. Now I'm talking about maybe the MASH again, because I have 2 of those. One of them I think I even have apart right now, maybe. I don't remember. No, the FJ40 is apart. But anyway, how cool would it be to put a 2-speed in a MASH again or something? And I think it can be done because the gearbox where the dry shafts connect on the Michigan, they have pretty much the same distance between these two. So if I took it out, I can put this in there and I can connect the dry shaft on each end. I know I can do that and set this down on that center skid plate there. If I could 3D print stuff, which I'm not no good at, I can make that fit in there. Don't know how it would work out, but I can make it happen, I think. Even without 3D print, I could duct tape it in there to test it. But since this one does not have that front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, or dig, or none of that, it's just straight 4-wheel drive with the 2-speed, it's perfect. And we are going to try it. So anyway, stay tuned for that in a future video. And thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. All your support's been great. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you haven't already, and I will catch y'all later. So please like, subscribe, share, comment, click on the link in the description below, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.